Hi everyone, let's do a recap of our previous session where we talked about how to grow your business on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. You want to start by creating your Facebook page and your Instagram business profile. When you create your business page, always make sure you add all information relevant to your business and how people can contact you. Once your page is ready, make sure you add an eye-catching photo or must-watch video that will best showcase your business. Last but not least, always add a call to action to let people know what action you want them to take. So now let's dive into brand building. When it comes to brand building, this is your opportunity to best connect with your brand at an emotional level by creating free content to add as much value as possible. So that could be a tutorial or anything else that you want to share with your audience outside of your typical product buying messages. So for that, you could use images, videos, and stories. When it comes to images, keep it clear, simple, and think about what is the most important message you want to deliver in that post. As you know, people move really quickly on those platforms. And then when it comes to video building, if you want to focus on your product or the service you sell, make sure you keep it as short as possible and deliver the message within the first second, unless you're sharing a training or something of a bigger value than just selling the product. So now when it comes to a few tips to build videos on our platform, remember the platform, it's all about sight and motion. So it has to be very visually appealing. So always show your brand early, and you want to design without any sound. You could play around and tap into your creative brain to delight and surprise your audience. So now let's talk about how to further experiment into mobile first video. Remember, you could tap into the full real estate on the phone, so you don't need to stick to horizontal video. You can play around with square videos, vertical videos, and any other creative format you can think about. So keep in mind to always have that bootstrapping mindset to try new formats and see what works best with your audience. And for those of you selling physical goods, now you can use Facebook shops and Instagram shops to showcase your product and even tag them in stories, images, and videos. So now let's look into prospecting. Before starting your prospecting activities, you want to make sure you define what is your key business goal. Do you want as a first step for people to send you a message and ask about your product? Make sure you define that. And if you want people to buy your product, make sure you calculated how much you're willing to pay for every single new customers in order for you to be profitable as you spending time or budget to acquire your customers. And after you've done that, you can now define your audience. And in order to define your audience, you need to answer the following questions. What are their typical needs? What are the characteristics they have? And what actually motivates your typical customer? Next, we're going to look into that iterative. We call this the test and learn framework. So you always want to make sure you get new learnings by analyzing your campaigns, see what works best. So you want to look into your click-through rate. You could look into how many people bought your product and so on. So that whole cycle helps you learn what works best and restart from scratch. Now, when it comes to WhatsApp, you want to be responsive and quickly get back to your customers and monitor trends so you understand what are the most frequently asked questions. And set expectations. If you get back to people within 24 hours, make sure you add that to your welcome message as well. And remember, on WhatsApp, you want to write as you speak because it's a friendly platform. And to finalize this summary, these are the 10 apps you could use for free if you don't have creative designer resources. So you can take a screenshot of that. And finally, go to Facebook Blueprint platform where you can deep dive on every single point we touch upon for free. You will have 93 modules there on everything we talked about. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to have you.